All right, this is a screen recording too, but the following video is going to be a screen recording that would not post to Facebook. And these two things right here, I tried it twice. And let's see.
ARCO claiming environmental violations.
In the middle,
but mindful of the blowback from her DA days,
put this video here
she
up.
also tried to avoid controversy.
This video here is an example that I made to post on it just to test it to see if this one would post to Facebook. And it did. But the one that is going to be following, that this is the lead-in for it, did not post to Facebook. And I wonder why.
There were a lot of people.
I'm not sure. I think it seems like she would fit in on.
This is my commentary on it.
Anyways, just did a little commentary on this video too. This is more just to see if this will post to Facebook, because my last post did not post.
So like I said, I tried to post this a second time and it did not post.
You've been in and out.
All right, let's
of two immigrants, and all of a sudden she's on this trip to Guatemala and saying don't come to prospective migrants. The excitement that people had around her starts to shift, particularly on the left.
Then, in a high-stakes major network interview, it got worse.
Okay.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border.
She says that she's been to the border when Lester Holt asks, which is not true. It escalates very quickly into something strange and defensive and just an all-around kind of catastrophic viewing experience.
We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not.
She lets the prosecutor, sort of acerbic-witted version of Kamala Harris, comes out, and she says, I haven't been to Europe either. What's the big deal?
Not ready for prime time. She is not ready for serious governance, the serious responsibility.
She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know how to learn anything. She is inarticulate, and she's not sure what the big words mean anyway.
It's sort of what happens in Washington, especially when you're a woman. If you have a misstep, people hyper-focus on it. And then they hang it around your neck like
I don't think it's just because you're a woman. I think it's... you guys tear apart Donald Trump and they have a misstep too. But...
albatross.
Selecting a VP based solely on diversity criteria, not objective merit, is not only stupid, it's really dangerous.
All of the doubts that people had about her already.
Vice president based on gender and skin color rather than actual talent and expertise.
We're
seeing that disaster unfold right now.
That's so mean.
Kamala Harris's reaction was
But it's true. That's why he picked her. And it's just kind of baffling.
essentially to recede from public view. For the rest of that year, you see this risk aversion coming into play pretty prominently. It was a quite expansive darkness. She was very concerned that...
This whole video, the frontline thing, has been very interesting. Those clips there are just where they're actually throwing Harris under the bus too, but it's very interesting to watch the whole thing. I think it is slanted against Trump and for her. Sometimes I think that maybe that's the truth, is partly because Trump is such an idiot. It does remind me of some of the stuff that does bug me about him, but then I watch some of the stuff that I believe the media has twisted about him, and they continue to twist it in this program. So I'm pretty... PBS is a left-leaning thing, so I don't know. I think everyone should watch that, but I wanted to highlight the point there that they were giving her a negative time and pointing out the truth of the fact that they selected her as a DEI candidate, and then they they don't have a primary, and they put her in the spot. Just exactly what they did 8 years ago with Hillary. They basically wanted a woman so bad, they forced Hillary on the ticket. And Trump won the first time. And now they're kind of doing it again. And I think he'll actually win this time. But they could cheat again the way they did last time, which I don't know if I completely agree with the way Trump handled it. But there's no doubt the Democrats used COVID to push mail-in voting, which just using mail-in voting was cheating in my mind. So, to the degree which they did. Not that I fully support mail-in voting when it's done for the right reasons, not when it's done for the wrong reasons. And anyways, that's it for this one.